Aya Wilson is not happy after hearing that Caitlin Clark might move to Europe. For a long time, Aya has demanded to be the face and star athlete at Nike. Now the amount of money Caitlin could earn abroad is creating conflict and tension. The possibility of Caitlin becoming a bigger star overseas is something that threatens the role and recognition Aya has worked hard to maintain.
Sense about things that Caitlin was doing wrong when, in my personal opinion, she was doing nothing but going out there and playing great basketball every night and ignoring the hate that was coming to her from all sides, not only.
If Caitlin Clark goes abroad, she will become the highest paid women's basketball player in the world. Aya Wilson is not happy about this because she believes that since she has won the MVP award, she deserves to be talked about the most and to be given the biggest opportunities. Despite her achievements, it is not happening. Caitlin is receiving the attention and chances that Aya expected for herself.
28 years old, 1,000 points in the regular season. Why is that not the biggest story out at the moment? And why are we talking about Caitlin Clark?
Why exactly? Why when Asia was releasing a shoe were we talking about?
Caitlin Clark has increased sponsorship deals. She has raised overall player pay. She has made the WNBA one of the most watched sports leagues in the country. Yet despite everything she has done, there are still players who feel jealous of her. This jealousy is one of the reasons Caitlin may leave. To see her impact, you only need to watch a WNBA game without Caitlin Clark. The difference in viewership and excitement is clear.
Commonplace where she'll go for 26 and 12. I mean, those are great numbers for any player, no matter how long you've been in the league. She's learned how to play the game, and she said, I had to learn how to play the WNBA.
Aya Wilson believes she is the league's main star. Before Caitlin arrived, there were very few fans watching the WNBA. Caitlin is the reason the league has grown. She deserves to be the highest earning player. If Caitlin moves abroad, it will prove to players like Aya how much the league depends on her and how empty it could feel without her.
Guys, take a look at the stands. All the seats, even the courtside seats, are empty.
The possibility of Caitlin Clark signing a contract with a European basketball league has shocked the WNBA. Europe has been a home for top talent in many sports. It offers competitive leagues and strong contracts and worldwide recognition. For Caitlin, the money in Europe is massive. Salaries are often higher than in the WNBA. Europe gives her a chance to secure her future while continuing to play at the highest level.
Moved home games to bigger arenas when Indiana came to town to accommodate more fans. I'm not finished. Attendance for the entire league is up nearly 50% this year, and Indiana leads all teams with an average attendance of 17,035, up 319% from a year ago.
Aya Wilson has openly shown her frustration with Caitlin Clark's possible move to Europe. At the center of her reaction is money. Aya has been a dominant player in the WNBA for years. The thought of Caitlin earning more overseas is hard for her to accept. This is not only about money. It is also about respect. In sports, salary often means value. The highest paid athletes are seen as the most important. Aya has worked for years to build her name and her brand. Caitlin's rise threatens to overshadow her. For someone who has been on top for so long, this is hard to accept.
Being one of the most loved teams in the WNBA to being riddled with so much drama this season. A'ja Wilson was under fire last week for the privileged comment that she made to Kelsey.
This conflict is not only about money. Aya Wilson also fears losing her role as the main figure of the WNBA. For years, she was the most recognized name in women's basketball. Caitlin's fast rise has changed everything. The idea that Caitlin could out-earn her and also take the spotlight on a global stage is very unsettling. Being the face of the WNBA is not just about being a great player. It is about being the one who captures the imagination of fans. It is about being the one who drives viewership. It is about being the one who represents the league worldwide. Aya held this position for years. Caitlin's rise has created a serious challenge.
I thought she would be unanimous. I mean, it's not even close because I said the most important person in the league is Caitlin Clark and should be a top 5, if not, it should have been a top 3 MVP.
For Aya, the challenge is no longer just about being the best player. It is about staying relevant in a world where Caitlin Clark is becoming the future of women's basketball. One of the big differences between them is how fans see them. Caitlin has built a massive following in a very short time. Fans support her with passion. Her strong social media presence and the high ratings of her games prove this loyalty. Aya has not been able to capture the same admiration. Fans are always drawn to new talent. Caitlin's entry brought a new and exciting story. Fans now see her as the future. Aya is still dominant, but many are starting to see her as part of the past.
Be the MVP and you only got one win out of that series. So I think, now I wonder if they had a 5-game series in the first round, there might be a possibility they may not win that.
For Aya, this lack of fan recognition is painful. She has worked hard to build her legacy. Now she finds herself overshadowed by a new player. This is not only about losing fans. It is about losing importance in a league where fan support shapes a player's influence. Winning the MVP should have made Aya the face of the WNBA. Instead, she is watching Caitlin take the spotlight. What makes it harder is that despite all Caitlin has done to grow the league, the WNBA itself has been slow to support her. This happens because Caitlin represents change. That change threatens the old ways of the league.
They got the number 1 pick. You got to be bad to get the number 1 pick. And she led them to their first 20-win season in almost a decade. She led them to the playoffs. I mean, the girl deserved the award.
Caitlin Clark's bold personality, her fast rise to fame, and her push for better treatment have made her a controversial figure in the league. To some, she is seen as a threat. She is moving too fast and shaking up the system. The deeper reason for the resistance is power. Caitlin has gained enough influence to make demands. That level of power is not easy for others to accept.
James had tennis shoes in his rookie year. He didn't have the fraction of the impact on the NBA that Caitlin Clark has had on the W.
The league's hesitation to fully support Caitlin Clark shows a bigger problem. It is a struggle between control and giving players more voice. Caitlin's impact goes far beyond her performance on the court. She helped bring important changes, such as chartered flights for players. Before this, many athletes faced tiring travel schedules that hurt their performance. Thanks to Caitlin, players now travel with more comfort. She has also spoken out about fair pay and better working conditions. She has proven herself as a leader. Yet instead of being praised, Caitlin is often criticized by the league and by other players, including Aya. Her fight for change has divided people. Some support her future vision, while others resist it.
Number 1 in jersey sales, Angel Reese 2, Sabrina 3, Kate Martin 4. We talked about this earlier in the season. I feel sad that Kate Martin also hasn't gotten as much playing time the second half of the season. I feel like she deserves more, or maybe she deserves a different team. How crazy would that be if she went to Indiana?
One of the biggest problems for the WNBA if Caitlin Clark leaves for Europe is the effect on viewership. Caitlin is one of the most popular stars. Many fans tune in just to watch her play. Her exciting style and her ability to connect with fans have made her a strong attraction. When Caitlin plays, ratings rise. When she is missing, audience numbers drop clearly. For many years, fans did not care much about the WNBA. It was not fair to the players, but fans always decide what they want to watch. They were not interested before. Caitlin Clark changed everything. She brought new energy and attention. She gave the league a spark that had been missing. Fans are now connecting with the WNBA because of Caitlin. That change cannot be ignored.
Customer, the audience didn't feel that way. They did not give a damn about the WNBA. Is that fair to the ladies? No, it isn't fair. But they're the paying customer. You don't tell them what they want. They tell you what they want. And they really were not feeling the WNBA to the degree that they're feeling the WNBA now, obviously because of Caitlin.
If Caitlin Clark leaves for Europe, Aya Wilson's position will become harder. She is already upset by Caitlin's rising fame. Losing her would mean losing a huge part of the audience. Beyond basketball, Aya also feels the competition with endorsements. Aya has been with Nike for years and has tried to be promoted as one of their main stars. Caitlin has not yet been fully backed by Nike because of the controversy she faces in the league. For Aya, this is not only about money. It is about respect and influence. Endorsements shape an athlete's image and power. Caitlin's fame puts Aya's status at risk.
expected of Caitlin Clark. She's supposed to be great. She's not the Rookie of the Year. Angel Reese is, because that's a surprise, which to me is wrong. Should LeBron not have won the Rookie of the Year because he was supposed to?
Even after all Caitlin Clark has done to lift the WNBA, she has faced backlash from the league and from other players. This brings a question. Why is Caitlin so misunderstood? From the outside, her actions look only positive. She has raised viewership. She has improved player conditions. She has spoken up for the future of the league. But many players have spent years working for recognition. Seeing Caitlin achieve it so fast has caused jealousy. For players like Aya Wilson, Caitlin's success feels like a threat to all they built. Moving to Europe could give Caitlin a new start away from the negativity she faces. It would give her financial safety and worldwide recognition. It would let her grow her career. But her leaving would also be a huge loss for the WNBA.
Of whatever noise has been out there. So when you show that you're able to perform in the face of adversity, to me, that is the true testament to greatness. And that's why we're looking at her and we're saying greatness is.
If Caitlin Clark leaves the WNBA, we'll face a drop in viewership and fan interest. The growth of the league will be at risk. Her departure could also shift women's basketball toward Europe. That could become the new center for top talent. The WNBA is now standing at a crossroad. It must choose to improve player treatment and keep its stars, or risk losing more talent to overseas leagues. Caitlin's choice will shape the future of women's basketball. It will decide if the WNBA grows or falls behind.